About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta. Welcome to Truist Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up to the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And our pitcher in this game, Chris Sale. What do we have on him?
He's racked up over 2,000 strikeouts in his career. He's such a competitor out in the mound. So fun to watch him work. I'm excited for this one.
This is Corbin Carroll. The pitch. Clips the corner, and with that, we're underway in Atlanta. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Now, this is in the air down the line. Makes the catch up against the wall in foul territory. Now, the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovello. A really frustrating showing for them in their lab. Cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game. Make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
And that's outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
In the air, left field. That one gets down for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting third.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff, a base hit.
Ketel Marte, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
1 ball.
Perdomo leads off first with 1 away. Runner on the go. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And another ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That misses the zone, and now 3-2. Man at first, 1 away. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Sale delivers. And that one fouled off. And 1-2. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. And another ball. And that's too high.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. 1 left for Arizona, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. This is Braves baseball on the show South. Back at Truist Park and towing the slab, Brandon Pfaadt. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, and I think this guy understands that if he doesn't make quicker adjustments and show improvement, that the patience that his manager has will not last as long as it did last year. So we'll see if he can get off to a great start. Perhaps the work that he did in the offseason will show good results early on, but he's got to get out of the gates going strong, or else he may find himself in the bullpen or back in the minor leagues.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Grichuk sizing it up, makes the catch, and there's one gone. Let's take a look at our lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
In the air, out towards left center. That gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And the right-hander deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll hustling after it. Won't catch this one. It's down for a hit. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
One away, runners at first and third. Matt Olson now at the plate. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That one is absolutely belted. And that ball is out of here. And this place is rocking. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they lead it. It's 3-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Here's Austin Riley. On its way to the corner, and that drops foul. Still only one out here in the inning. And it's 1-1. To third. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Marcelo Zuna. Off the mark there. Ball 1.
No strike.
2 outs, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. The pitch. Carroll puts it away, and that is that. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. It's now 3-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. All set for the start of the inning. Randall Grichuk now.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And there's the strike. Grichuk in his 10th season, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-2. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate. Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
And now it's Christian Walker in there, and it's 0-1. Chris, the players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because the pitcher's got to pitch to her strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strength. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Swing and a miss. Adam out front for the strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Throw on to Olsen, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for Arizona. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Adam Duvall at the plate.
The designated hitter.
Duvall, a former All-Star, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
You know, Bill, people don't realize how far the jog is from the dugout to the outfield position. And if you're playing in Oakland, man, it's a country mile to get out there. So for him to be able to be the DH today, that is really a nice day off.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Carroll makes the play, and there's one away.
Batting in, the second baseman, Ozzie.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Down the right field line. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
That ball was blasted, Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. And now it's Travis d'Arnaud at the plate. Bat to right. Carroll drifts towards it.
Now batting, the center fielder, Michael.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Michael Harris. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Line drive. This looks like extra bases. Albies around second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Orlando Arcia. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And that one fouled off.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
2 outs. Into center on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is the inning. 2 left for Atlanta, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. On to the third inning. Eugenio Suarez up to hit down.
Eugenio Suarez.
Sale back to work. There's the strike. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the leadoff man aboard.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. He goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Carroll at the plate for the second time as he takes ball one.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up.
Arcia, off-balance feed, there's one. And he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now here is Geraldo Perdomo. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that's in there for strike one.
Now this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there is another strikeout. One left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back. Stepping in the long ball threat, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
And the pitch. Chopped out in front of the plate. Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here is Matt Olson. He's already homered here in this one.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Olson, who gets a chance to play his home games in Truist Park. It's a pretty neutral ballpark. Next offering is in for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Gets a piece and stays alive. One check swing, no appeal. Got him. And there are 2 down. Austin Riley will hit next. Grounded out his first time. Ball 1, no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Walker pulls that one down. That is the inning. Back here in Atlanta, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Ketel Marte. The pitch. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
You know, these D-backs, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
The pitch. And a foul ball. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Harris makes the grab, 1 down.
The left fielder, number 3, John.
And Jack Peterson stands in. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fought off foul. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Swing at a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And it's off the wall. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
And now here is Randall Grichuk. 1 out and a runner at second, top half of inning number 4. And there's a strike. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. 1 left for Arizona. Still down. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Now in for the Braves. Marcell Ozuna. And here it comes. And a foul ball.
You know, these Braves doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
Walker puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Now it's the DH, Adam Duvall. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. That's to 3rd, and that's just foul. Now fly ball to right center. Sizes this one up. They got it for out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Here is Ozzy Albies up to hit. And he's already singled in this game. Hard hit, right side. Marte throws to first in time. That's the inning. Down in order go the Braves. But they lead it 3-0. Back at Truist Park, here's the 3rd baseman, Emmanuel Rivera. The wind of the pitch. Rivera, 27 years old, and he was born in Puerto Rico. That clips the zone. 0-2 now. Swings and misses. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. Tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Up the middle to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Gabriel Moreno. And first offering is fouled off.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
And strike 2.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Gonna count 1 and 2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Lifted in the air, out to left. Ozuna should have it. And makes the grab. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. And a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1.
Darno measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2007.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
That one off the bad part of the bat, just a lazy fly ball. Marte makes the grab, one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
On the ground. He'll do it himself. Home after the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Shortstop, Orlando.
And next for Atlanta, Orlando Arcia, 1 for 2. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Right back to him on the mound. Tosses to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And we're back. Top 6. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. The wind of the pitch. In the air, right side. Acuna there. He makes the grab. And there's one away. Now up next for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Acuna has it sized up. Makes the grab for the second out. 2 outs, bases empty. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swings and misses. And it's nothing in 2.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Bounce to the left side. And it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. To the right side, Olsen handles the chance. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Braves 3. Number 30 gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Number 30.
And he deals. Swinging a foul straight back. 0-1 now. Base knock center field. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. He's done some damage. Launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth.
Acuna leads off second with nobody out. Kicks and deals. Runner breaks for third. There's a ball. Oh, and they got him.
That's just a poor decision right there, and I'm sure somebody's going to talk to him when he gets back into the dugout. You have to understand who's at the plate and who's coming up. These are guys that can drive the ball in the gap, hit the ball over the fence. You don't have to worry about being aggressive and trying to get yourself up, especially at third base in that situation. Just doesn't make any sense.
1 down, base is empty. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 2 away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. He keeps it down. It's just so tough to put wood on.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Grichuk makes the play, and that's the 3rd out. New inning getting started. Here's Jack Peterson.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
The pitch. And there's a foul ball.
This pitcher, good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Those swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Sale ready. This to 3rd. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error, and if they can make something of it.
Liner caught at second.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Fouled off. He was late.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see him pitching. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Jackson Stevens. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Jackson Stevens.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
The tying run at the plate. Fights that one away, still 1 and 2. Just off the inside edge.
Really.
And that's outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
The Braves leading by 3 here in the 2nd game of the series. And there's ball 4.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boo. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
And that one fouled off. The 0-1. Way out front for strike 2. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Base hit. 1 run in already. There comes the throw. He's in there. And it's a 1-run game.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Ground ball up the middle. Stevens to second. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6 on 2 hits. 1 error. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Paul Sewald. This is his 3rd time out this year. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. That one pushed foul. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Base hit out into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And next is the designated hitter, Adam Duvall. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Ozuna on at first, nobody out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Grichuk hustles it back in. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
A couple of singles back to back. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Next to hit, Ozzy Albies.
No ball. 1 strike.
That one fouled off. At the belt and fires. In the air out towards right center. Grichuk sizing this one up. Nabs it. Runner tags up for third. In there safely.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
And the batter down, Travis d'Arnaud. Fouled off down the right side.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
He dives, but he can't make the catch. On the second, they get one, but no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Here comes a pitch. Lifted in the air down the left side. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Up the middle. They get the force, and that will end the inning. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 4 and the Diamondbacks 2. Ready to begin the 8th, and now Corbin Carroll.
Number 7, Corbin Carroll.
Stevens back to work. Stevens, a 6'2" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
There's a swing and a drive. And out of here. And that should quiet this home crowd. His second of the year. It's 4-3.
Just relentless. This team will not quit.
And the batter will be the shortstop. Tyler Matzik will take over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And fouled off. that one off the mark, and it's a ball and a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
And a big swing and a miss. Looking to get the tying run on base. Fly ball down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. Struck him out looking. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And he handles it himself for the out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Peterson in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Holding on to a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And now 2-1. Two down, nobody on. A little bit high, and it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Miguel Castro.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The pitch. Arcia in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, an at-bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at-bat.
Carroll calls it in, and there's one away. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Bounce to the right side. Marte throws to first in time. They get the out on Acuna.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit. He's already homered in this game. And that one hammered. Peterson moving back. Tattooed and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 5-3.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going nuts. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And now Austin Riley. One run across in the frame so far. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one's smoked on its way out of here. They go back-to-back, and they add to their lead. It's 6-3. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
So let's take a closer look. Kyle Nelson gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Now pitching for Arizona.
Ozuna, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. And he chases a high fastball there.
0-2.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Peterson drives it. He's got it, and that ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long all set to start the 9th in this one. And now the center fielder, Randall Grichuk. Raisel Iglesias gets the ball now.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Slapped foul. 0-1. And a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 0-2 now. Got him swinging.
Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. That's out to center field. And it falls.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
Walker, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. And a swing and a miss, down on strikes, and they're down to their last out. So it's their last chance in this one. And next is the Diamondbacks DH, Eugenio Suarez. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 outs. Right through there for a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along, and you can keep this win streak going.
6-3 our final score for Chris Singleton.